Stop telling me it takes a village and you can't even share, like, subscribe. Stop telling me it takes a village, but you're gonna badmouth somebody. Stop telling me it takes a village and you're gonna take a client or food out somebody's mouth. Stop telling me Essence Festival, it takes a village and you won't let the $200 million trickle down. What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Roll the Clip TV. I'm your host, Roberto in the house. Y'all mind if I hold my mic today? I don't feel like hunching over the desk. Y'all let me know if this looks too weird. My bad, y'all. So I got some black news for y'all. There's been some very interesting things that has happened this week. And I think we can all learn from it. We can all benefit from. But I want to start with Essence Festival. Essence just celebrated a 30-year anniversary. Every year they have a women's empowerment event in New Orleans. It's been going on for 30 years now. The event generates almost $200 million a year. But I recently found out that money never trickles down to the small businesses in New Orleans. So Essence sets up this thing called the Safe Zone, right? Where they block off blocks up into Bourbon Street. And so if a company likes a restaurant, maybe on Bourbon Street or along this Safe Zone, and Pepsi comes to one of the owners and say, hey, I see you guys sell Pepsi. We want to hang some promotional signs for the festival. Essence will not allow that. As a matter of fact, if the restaurants don't pay the vending fee, or if the small businesses don't pay the vending fee, they kind of get X'd out. And so for the past umpteen years, that money, the millions and millions of dollars, is not being trickled down into New Orleans to the people who are paying taxes 365 days a year. Check this out, y'all. Roll the clip.
Players that are coming into this situation and making a lot of money. We hear about the $200-something million every year, and that money does not come down to a small business. I, like the rest of you, am confused as well with a lot of this. And with all due respect to Ms. Russell and Ms. Alexis, two people who have a great relationship with, for the most part, this is foolishness. Essence is a guest in our city. All of the council people up here are married. All of the council people up here are married. There's no way in the world that you will allow me once a year to come into your home and set precedent and rules for what goes on for you, your home, and your children. If I am a small business, let's say we're talking about Bayou Road. If I'm a restaurant and I serve Pepsi products, and Pepsi wants to come into my business where I pay taxes 365 days out of the year and wants to do business with me, that has no right, Essence has no right to tell me what to do with my business. They are overreaching.
If you've ever had a small business and you've done any kind of vending event, you know there's fees associated with it. Several years ago, almost 12, 13 years ago now, I did an event in Miami, the American Black Film Festival, right? The vending fee was $5,000. I hustled every inch of that up because they promised me I'll be around celebrities, I will do this, I'll do that. None of that happened, y'all. As a matter of fact, I thank God for the crew I had at the time, because we wound up hustling the money together. We barely even broke even. We had just enough to cover the hotel and food, and that was it. So I actually took a loss on it. And I told myself after the event I would never ever do a vending event again. So anyway, this is not about me. I understand what the people of New Orleans are going. I understand their pain. Because here you are paying your taxes in a city that has one of the largest events in the country. And so this is your Christmas. This would be Christmas for all the small businesses in New Orleans, and they are not allowed to promote their business, to donate, give out their products or services. They can do it on the low. I'm sure they are doing it, but it's really sad. So that was very, very unfortunate. It's a shame that kind of money doesn't trickle down into the small business. The next thing I want to talk about, y'all, is Tyler Perry and 50 Cent. I saw a clip on TMZ the other day that said something about This right here, roll the clip.
He did with 50 Cent. I know he came to Tyler Perry Studios. He welcomed him with big arms.
I'm so proud of him, man. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Okay.
And he's blowing it up out of the...
So I saw TMZ say, actually I saw the Breakfast Club make a comment, said that Tyler Perry had words about 50 Cent. I said, oh my God, please don't be nothing negative, because y'all know 50 Cent is the biggest troll on the planet. If you owe 50 Cent $5.25, he wants a $5.25 the next day at 75% interest. 50 Cent will troll you until he gets every single dime back. But nevertheless, and then I heard 50 Cent say this. Roll the clip.
Tyler, right? This layout he's probably not probably he's about 10 years ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Facts. And then you going from there, like at this point, like I'm sitting there talking, he like, you guys is crazy. Because he said, like we was talking about the Power Series and stuff like that, he said been #1 in African American and Latino households for 10 years. Right? But he's going, how much you paying for that? I said, man, I'm paying a lot for this. Like, the money that is being put into it to make it that, because it's premium. It's super.
Guys partnering up and really taking this game over, like how we used to hustle records back in the 90s, right? Catch Street Team, we was flyers, we was putting it in the barbershops, we putting it on the telephone pole, we selling records out the trunk, right? That's the same way I feel like we need to be in Hollywood.
So I think that this is beautiful. And it is what is needed in America more. Us working together, us coming together for a common bond. For all my small YouTubers, and I'm saying small, anybody under like 10,000 subs, 5,000 subs, if y'all see this video, you trying to come up and we could collaborate in any single way, that's how we increase these numbers. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. You think sitting down behind the camera is just, I turn the camera? No. It's every video I do takes hours to edit. Thumbnails, text, title, tags, and I have a format now that makes it a little bit easier, but in and of itself, it's not all that simple. I sit down every day, but then beyond that, I work full time. See, a lot of content creators are at home, God bless them, and they have made this their full-time job. But for those of us who still have to work every single day to make a product or go out, I leave my house at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning, and I drive almost 300 to 400 miles a day working. Then I got to come back home, sit, and see, that's work, but this is my passion. So this is what I want to get to, y'all. This is my passion. I enjoy this part right here. If you can't tell, that's why I get loud, so I get kind of excited. I enjoy this part. This is my energy. This is what God created me for. He created me to encourage. He created me to, so I love this part of it. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm also a Leo, and so that gets me kind of excited. And then when God starts, when I get that inner witness inside, it makes me get loud. That's the preacher inside of me. But nevertheless, y'all, I love this coming together. It's about collaboration. So even over on TikTok, Roller Clip TV, they have this thing called the Gen X Follow Train, which is dope. I don't know half these people, but I did one video. I thought it was funny, and it was like roller clip. I'll show you. Roller clip. Yo, shout out to the Gen X movement. Y'all do me a favor. Drop me the year you were born and location you were born in. I'm supporting all Gen Xers. And y'all remember this.
My brother's keeper.
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
So that was the video I did on TikTok. I had no idea it was going to get thousands and thousands of views. And I think I wound up going from like 2,000. I think at the time when I did that, I was at like 2,000 followers, whatever you want to call it. And I think I just hit over 6,000. I said that to say the thing I like about the 50 Cent Tyler Perry dynamic is beyond just the camaraderie, the partnership. I love the fact that Tyler Perry's been in the game so long. He has no problem with giving that information. And something I can't stand in the black community is that a lot of black people try to hold on to things so tight because they're trying to come up. I'm going to tell y'all, Bible, if you give, it's going to come back to you, period. All my years in business as an entrepreneur, I gave. I did my best not to tell anybody no. Why? Because if I had the information, I wanted to give it back freely. So I love this freaking dynamic. I love that we got a powerhouse. I love that the quote unquote stereotype of Hollywood is gone. Hollywood has its studios. They're producing millions. But I love the fact now that Tyler has his studios in Atlanta and 50 Cent is now opening up one in Louisiana. And I heard he's buying up the block down there. So I got to applaud that. I applaud the ministry. Even our pastor in Atlanta, he buys property and he buys real estate to push and advance the kingdom of God. I love that. I love to see when black people can work together, when we can all come together. And it's not about being black, y'all. It ain't just black people. Because even over on TikTok, I don't know half of them, and the majority of them that said, hey, I like what you're saying, you're funny, I'm gonna follow you. The majority of them are not black, but it's about us coming together. UNITY. It's about that unity, my brothers and sisters. I follow a podcast called the Three Bozos podcast. Wayne the Pizzane. He's hilarious. Him and his wife. I do my best to listen to at least an episode a week. I follow him on TikTok. I follow them on Instagram. I follow them on YouTube. Why do I do it? Because first of all, I don't know what he looks like. I've never seen his face, but I when he first launched on TikTok, he only had a couple of followers over there. So I'm like, it was funny, and I clicked on it because I liked the Three Bozos. It was three clowns. I thought it was hilarious because that reminds me of me and my two friends. I think we're three bozos. So I followed him, and I'm like, let me download Spotify, listen to his podcast. Why? Because support is free. When my wife and I was in New Orleans several years ago, we went there for her 50th birthday, and we were walking up to the lobby, and my wife's YouTube channel is The Most Beautiful Ink, and we were shooting some vlogs or something. She was vlogging. So the guy behind the counter said, hey, what's your YouTube channel? She said, well, it's for women, and I do this, I do hauls. You may not be interested. Young black guy. He said, but support is free.
Thank you. He said the support is free. I said it's for women. He said the support is free.
That's what's up. You have a page? You have a page? Oh, you do? Yo, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. My brothers and sisters, I love what Tyler is doing. I love what 50 is doing. But beyond all of these people doing all these things, support is freaking free. My brothers and sisters, support is freaking free. If your channel doesn't have garbage, I'm not into no stupidity. I don't want to see I don't see nobody half naked. Listen, if you do hip hop and it's not a lot of cursing, I will follow you. I will support, because I still have a standard. I want to follow people who are creating movies, who are building, people who are. Listen, even if you're young in ministry and you got an online platform, I will support you. Why? Because support is free. I love the fact that these brothers are establishing this thing where support is free. And just like Bill Bellamy said, he's trying to do that in comedy. Listen, if we come together, all of our numbers grow. It doesn't take food out of anybody's mouth to grow. Listen, God has enough money on this planet for us all. I get it. We live in a day and age where ego is so important, where I want to be important. I want people to respect me. It's my brand. It's my company. It's my this. It's my that. I do this. I get all of that. But there is no I in team. And at the end of the day, for every one person, for every successful YouTuber that you guys see, with millions and millions of views and thousands of subscribers, they have a freaking team. You may not see the team, but they got people doing thumbnails. They got people editing. They got people outsourcing for music and sound to bring their productions together. UNITY, my brothers and sisters. UNITY. We can do more together than we can do alone. My last clip, y'all. This blessed me. This blessed me. My wife actually told me to share this clip. I thought this was absolutely phenomenal. This is a message to all black women in America, all women in America. Because I think within the femaleness, especially, I don't know about other races because I'm not another race. I've been black 53 years. So within the black community, it seems as though African American women, there's an inner tug of war always. And I'm going to paraphrase it like this. This may be very, very bad, but the more successful, attractive, happy, should I say happy, an individual is, it seems as though those individuals suffer more hate than anybody else. But I'm about to show y'all something. This young lady, 4 years ago, could not compete in the Olympics because her mother had passed away. She got depressed, smoking weed, and so they X'd her out. She said, "I'm not back. I'm better." Roll the clip.
Something to say. Hey, you got something to say. Hey, we all got something to say. Hey, so
listen, I love that imagery right there. Black women celebrating each other. Black people celebrating white people celebrating black people. Black people celebrating white people. And listen, this country is freaking divided over freaking politics. And I told you, I'll say it again. Either one of them is a little shady. But the division in this country is thick. And we can do more together, my brothers and sisters. We can do more together than we can separate. But I love this image within the black community to pull each other up. All three of them are going to the Olympics, but the hugs and the smiles are priceless. So instead of hating, because when she got kicked out the Olympics 4 years ago, the haters came out and they attacked her. And she didn't have a lot of support. So this is vindication, not for her, but for her grandmother. It wasn't the win that blessed us. It was watching the tears of her and her grandmother, and because her grandmother took the burden to raise her, sacrifice for her, and give her what she needs to get to this point in life. That, my brothers and sisters, is what unity is all about. We don't see that enough in our families. We don't see that enough in our communities. Stop telling me it takes a village to raise a child and you can't even support somebody on YouTube. I'm gonna stop, y'all. I'm in my business mode right now. Stop telling me it takes a village and you can't even share, like, subscribe. Stop telling me it takes a village, but you're gonna badmouth somebody. Stop telling me it takes a village and you're gonna take a client or food out somebody's mouth. Stop telling me, Essence Festival, it takes a village and you won't let the $200 million trickle down to the people who pay taxes in New Orleans, 365. Stop telling me about all this black power. Stop telling me about all this motivation. Stop telling me about how it is women's empowerment. Stop telling me how we are forced to be reckoned with when we can't even come together for Sunday night meals. I can keep going on and on because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I haven't done this podcast yet, but I got this podcast in my clip called Family Sucks. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, if anybody who's ever done anything in life, you realize in life that the majority of your customers, the majority of your subscribers, the majority of your followers, the majority of the people that give you income are not your family. And rightly so. I ain't saying family is supposed to, but at least your encouragement. They don't even encourage you. Love the TikTok Gen X follow train. Yes, Gen X. For those of us who are in that era, who are older. See, the young people got this on lock because they can do certain things. They can sacrifice certain things that I can't. I'm 50. I got responsibilities. I'm not trying to be on video games. My wife is not going to understand me on a video game all day long at 50 to talk about I'm trying to be a gamer. It's not going to work. But when we come together and we support each other, we can push this thing through. Thank y'all for checking out Road Clip TV. Don't tell me it takes a damn village, when we can't support. I have another brother, James Friday. He's a pastor. Him and his wife came out with a podcast. I believe the podcast is called Speak To. I supported him. I subscribe. I listen. Why? Because support is free. Support is free. Support is free. So shout out to all you guys doing it. Shout out to all of you who got 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers. Shout out to all you struggling to make this happen. Shout out to all my people, to all my Gen X people who say, you know what, I'm not too old, I'm going to get in the game. I got creativity. God gave me talent. Shout out to all of you guys. I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you. Let's not give up, cave in, or quit. Let's keep pushing this thing forward. All right, yeah, I'm done.
Something to say. Hey, you got something to say.